Hello guys, today I will be making a video on how to play gear. This video will explain how I level up my skills, how I build, and how I play. Now, of course, the build is what works for me. The way I choose the skills also is what worked for me. Now, I will tell you why I choose the skill, why I level up the skill, and why I do at the beginning. Now, right now, if you already know, you can start walking before the match completely starts. What I do now is that I open the tab to see if my enemy purchases an item. If not, it is more likely that they will get to the lane first before me. And if they purchase an item, it means that I am more likely to go ahead and steal their potions. Now, the first skill that I level up is gonna be the Thermal Shock. Reason is that I use it for clearing purposes. You're able to hit all of the minions, the units. I just missed one, but you're able to hit all of them units. And to be honest, what I prefer is first to be able to clear. Then I worry about killing. Now, you can steal their potion every time that you have the opportunity. Try to do that so that the enemy champion has to go back. The first item that I purchase is gonna be the Staff of the Sage, so I can go ahead and increase my power. So it's power is gonna be very important for gear. Ability power. So what I get first is, let me show you. I get the Staff of the Sage, which gives you 40 ability power. Then I will get the Agility Shoes, which is the item on the game that gives you the most amount of movement speed. Now positioning with gear or gear, and I'm sorry if I call it gear. It is very important. You actually rely a lot on the position that you have. Now, what I do is I always try to be behind my units, behind my minions, so I can choose whether to attack or not. Now, this person, I don't know what they're thinking. They're being too aggressive, which is fine. Okay, he started building more HP. Again, it's fine. Everyone has their own playstyle. Oh, this person is lagging. Or maybe I'm lagging. Okay, once you have the agility shoes, you can purchase the next item. Now the next item is gonna be for you to sell the Staff of the Sage and get the magical staff. What we have to do is just to try to keep the maximum amount that we can of ability power. Now, you can poke your enemy as much as you can, but try to prior the minions, because if you have a good push, you are you're doing well. Why? Because you have more experience. The enemy champion is gonna be losing experience, all that. Now, the way I position myself is in two ways. I am always on the right side or the left side if the enemy champion doesn't have AoE skills. I mean, if they have AoE skills. If they don't, I actually stay behind the minions, the units. If the enemy champion is either on the left or the right, what I do first, I use the lava bolt and then I use the thermal shock. Let me use it like this: thermal shock, lava bolt, and what it does is the first I just stun the enemy, and then thermal shock will deal the damage for me. Now, what I have to tell you guys here is that if the enemy moves to the units, instead of using this one, which is the lava bolt, you can go ahead and use the AoE. This way you hit the units and you hit also him. Like if he's right there, you can just do the little combo. Now the combo works because the passive for gear is that whenever you hit an enemy with your abilities, you actually apply a dot. You can see that he's losing an additional 21 damage, and it's basically like a burn. And what happens is that whenever you use Thermal Shock, which is this one right here, it actually deals more damage if the enemy is already under the Thermal Shock effect. Oh, now the most important item on my build, on the way I play gear, is gonna be Trollbane. What Trollbane does is give me 80 ability power. It gives me a good amount of mana. It gives me an additional 5% movement speed. What it's impressive about it is the unique passive. It deals 50 damage and 75% on my ability power on my next basic. Which is, what was that? It was that. As you can see, you know that you have the passive because your hands glow purple. So your next basic attack will deal the additional 75% ability power. Okay, so what you do is, oh, it also works on towers. So what you do is you hit them, hit them your basic, and you can go ahead and use the see basic attack. What it does is it increases the damage of your combo, and this one it also works on towers. Let me show you. I have the purple hands. I'll hit it, and you see that it lost an additional 74. Now you can do it again, as you can see, and how it is that you actually have a few seconds to use, or you can proc the ability every 2 seconds, but you have a few seconds to also use the ability. As you can see, is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. It's about 5 seconds. Maybe I'll try with the Mississippi. One Mississippi, two Mississippi. Okay, this person is going full freaking defense, which is fine. I mean, I don't mind. Okay, I'll keep it. What I try to do is always have my money get me the most amount of ability power. Why? Because if I have more ability power, 75% coming in from my Trollbane is gonna be better. It's just better. As you can see, let's see. I am going to try to hit him. One. Okay, for some reason I could not hit that guy. I actually don't know what kind of damage this person deals. I don't know if it's basic attack, physical power or ability power. Once you have the opportunity, the next item is gonna be Dragon Horn. So the first one that you get is the first item that you buy is the Staff of the Sage, so you can get 40 power. Then you get the Agility Shoes, so you have good mobility and you have better positioning. Then you get the Trollbane, which is gonna be the way that you're gonna be poking your enemy. But for some reason, I feel like I miss my stun. I tried to stun this guy, but am I not doing it correctly? Let's see. Oh yeah, I was able to stun the guy. Come in, baby. Come in. Come in. Coming into my tower. I don't mind. Okay, so this person already went full freaking defense for the start that I have, but it's not bad because I can go ahead and keep proccing my ability right here, and as you can see, it still deals a ton of damage. Actually, it's not. I think I can proc it on the tower. As you can see, I deal far more damage on the tower. Now, you should not mind using your ultimate on the minions because, well, if you know that you're not gonna get a kill, you can choose whether to use it on a minion or just use it on something different on your enemy champion. I mean, why not? Mm, I'm not quite sure what kind of damage this person is dealing, so I am going to go ahead and get physical for the cooldown reduction. I am going to get a physical for the cooldown reduction. Now I will attack this person again. Let's see. I would like to assume that he's physical. Coming to the tower. You're welcome to come into the tower. I don't mind. I don't mind, sir. This person, is she thinking or he thinking that it's invincible because he went defense? Actually, I should get penetration. And it's okay. Never mind. Never mind. Never mind. Okay, so yes, penetration of course is gonna be playing a good role. In fact, let me go ahead and change my build a little bit. This is the way I build him, but I can go of course and change it mm, to penetration. Let me get this one. So now I have a little bit less ability power, but I should not be having any problems dealing a little bit more damage to him. See, he's right here. How many days do I stay stunned? Okay, now the way throw beam works is that if you have more ability power, of course the 75% additional damage is gonna be better because you have more ability power. Maybe this person again. This person thinks she's invincible. He's invincible, but the way I'm proccing the ability. Okay, look, I can use it on the tower again and destroy it. Yes, I got it. Of course, use your stunt either to engage or disengage. You can also use, uh, let's see, you can either use it to engage. You can stun the enemy, of course, hit the enemy, use your thermal shock. Again, use your ultimate to clear. I don't mind using it to clear. He's gonna come inside, stun it. As you can see, he has good defense. However, because now I have penetration, it's not actually presenting a lot of problems. Now I will actually get rid of the shield, get the dragon horn, and now I will get tier 1 Medusa shield, which is the arcane shield. What this is gonna do, this is gonna increase my damage overall. And whenever you proc the passive I'm sorry, for Trollbane, I always use your next basic attack on the enemy champion, because that's actually what is dealing the additional damage for us. Okay, right there. Use it. Use it. Just hit him once. Why not? He's still there. I will use my ultimate again for clearing purposes, and I can just get the enemy. Now I have a wave. I knew that he was hiding on the bushes. Ooh. And this is the reason why I get agility shoes. Reason is I can outrun my enemy most of the time. He also went for agility shoes, which is fine. Now I can get full Medusa shield. I should be doing way better. I have more power, and not only that, I have uh, I have penetration now. Again, trigger on the enemy. Maybe he is not supposed to get stunned when he's doing that skill. And the stun lasts forever. Again, you can trigger the Trollbane ability. As you can see, that's 1/4, 1/3 over the tower. You can troll. You can troll. You can activate the passive, unique passive for Trollbane on the tower, so you can see that it deals a ton of damage on the tower, and also on him, it deals a lot of damage on him. Now he's right there. Now the reason why it's been a little bit more difficult to be able to get rid of this person is because they already went full freaking defense. They got more HP, and they got physical resistance. They got more magical resistance. Again, hit him. Use the proc on the tower. We're gonna be able to win. As the way I see it, we're gonna be able to win. And I hope that you guys can see how I try to combo. I use the lava shock to stun the enemy. I use the thermal shock again the um, to get the ability that he has, that it deals additional damage to a burnt enemy or an enemy already under the dot damage. And with this one, I try to uh, proc the ability for Trollbane as much as I can. As you can see, it deals just a ton of damage. The way it is, it there. See, we can get that person just by getting advantage of the proc. Now, you can of course just get rid of the core. Oh, he surrendered. But I hope that you guys were able to see the way I was playing. Um, of course, I was just using my stun to get rid of him, to engage, to disengage, and always use the proc ability for Trollbane on your enemy champion. You can target your enemy champion. Use, let's say, thermal shock on the minions, on the units, and then you have one proc from the Trollbane. So you just use it in one basic auto hit on the enemy, and that's gonna deal just impressive damage. The best thing is that this also works on towers and on the core, so that is just impressive. You go to that core, you go to the tower, you proc Trollbane, and it's gonna deal, let's say you're 100 for the basic attack, 70, 80, but you get the additional 75%. Now, one talent that I have on Gear is that I chose the 10% additional ability power. The I think it's called Unbroken Spirit, and what it does is 10% more of your ability power. When I use it with Horn, that gives me 30% more ability power, which is it's increasing my ability power. When I proc my Trollbane, it's actually dealing about 280 damage, 300 on a tower, and I can do that every 2 seconds, which is it's great. It's impressive damage. That's the way I play Gare. It just works very well for him. Prior Trollbane, great item, complemented with good mobility and positioning. And the way I complement Trollbane is with Dragon Horn. They will get scared and try to get as many magical resistance, so you can just get the hat, so you can get the 30% magical penetration, or it ignores 30%, something like that. I will read it later. And I get the Medusa shield for the additional mana. I believe it's 400, the 100 armor, I believe, and also the 20% let's see, cooldown reduction. And I believe it has a passive that it reduces the enemy's attack speed by 15%. So it works very well whenever I'm fighting someone who is gonna be basic, which at the end I noticed that he was a physical champion. So guys, I hope that this guide helps you. Gare is right now on free rotation. You have 2 more days, I believe, so you can play him. You have until Sunday around 10 Central, so you can play him. Give it a try, and maybe you like it. And I hope that you enjoyed the video. I hope I was able to explain well. I hope that you were able to understand why I built this champion this way. And guys, have a nice day. Thank you for watching again.